Hey guys, what is up? I have been reminded how well the Asia high and low, the London high and low, and the overnight high and low levels work. And sometimes the low volume node is just beyond it and it doesn't get tagged. Sometimes the low volume node is within it and it gets tagged and continues. So I've been backtesting this morning and I've been looking at incorporating low volume nodes and the overnight session high and lows um, as individuals. As you can see, this blue is Asia, this red is London, and then this tealish color is the total of the overnight high and low. And then we have low volume nodes. So what I've kind of come upon is I'm going to look at the value area high of the New York session and find the nearest low volume node just beyond it. I'm going to look at the low volume node of the, I'm sorry, the value area low of the New York session and find the low volume node and use that. So that's where these two blue boxes, these low volume nodes are coming from. And we are going to use that in conjunction with the overnight levels. And let me show you how we're going to do that. Same thing, we're looking for an imbalance going into these levels, and then we're looking for that imbalance to be inversed with volume. So I have 3 trades marked out here from this session. There might be more. I stopped here until I realized, you know what, I should make a video on this. So we're going to fast forward here. I'm going to turn the volume profile off so it's not in our way. I'm just on the 1-minute chart right now. All right, so we just inversed, or I'm sorry, we just swept this Asia low level indicated by this blue line. We created an imbalance going into that level. So if we inverse this level with volume, then we're going to take that. So let me write here. So imbalance into level, and then inverse imbalance with volume. That is our entry model. I should probably is what there we go. All right, cool. So our entry model, imbalance into level, we got that. Now we need to inverse the imbalance with volume. So we can switch to the time frames here. We do have a 2-minute, don't have a 3-minute, definitely don't have a 5-minute. Okay. So I'm not really going to worry too much about the 2-minute. I'm going to just watch the 1-minute here since it's a bigger box. You can see here we don't inverse it quite yet. We don't inverse it quite yet. Bam, we inverse it. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do here is we're going to buy. Now we're on the NASDAQ. Pretend we're on the MNQ. So we're going to risk $150 per trade on the MNQ. So that means on the NASDAQ, that would be $1,500 because it's 10 times the amount. So now I need to figure out my break-even area, and I need to figure out my target. So these trades work really well, but I keep cowarding out of them, and I need to stop that. So I have written down, we got my entry model. Now I'm going to write down my break-even model. BE model is going to be the point of control within 2R of entry. And then my target is going to be nearest, nearest swing at beyond 2R but not into a level. Okay. Hello? There we go. All right. So we got our entry model taken care of. So now we got to figure out where is our BE going to be. So I'm going to turn the session volume profile back on. You can see I'm going to set this up so that it shows 2 on risk reward. All right. Now, unfortunately, to get to 2, that means we have to go into a level. It says not into a level. So we're going to bring this down a little bit. So now we need to find between here and here, we need to find the highest volume area. And that is indicated by this yellow line. I also have it marked as BE right there. That is going to be my break-even point. And now my target is going to be nearest swing at or beyond 2R. Now since 2R is going into the level, I don't want to trade into this level. I just want to trade right at it. Right? Well, I don't want to trade into it. I can trade up to it though. So we're just going to go. I'm going to turn this off. We're now going to go break even. I'm not going to do partials. I have lost, or I've left too much money on the table doing partials. Scared money, don't make no money. Oh, I got to put my take profit up here. And that hits. All right, cool. So that's trade one. So we had our entry model, we had our BE model, we had our target, and now we're going to look for another trade because our entry model is imbalanced into a level. We are at a level which is a low volume node, which is an imbalance in itself. You can see here we created this imbalance going into that. So now we need to inverse that with volume. We get that right here. Again, we need to set up, we got to check, do we have a new point of control? So if 2R is right about here, where is the highest volume area from our entry to 2R? That again is going to be the point of control. It doesn't always work like that, but in this case it does. It's the same break-even point as before. Now, our target is going to be the nearest swing at or beyond 2R. We're at 2R right here, but we're not at a swing. Our next swing would be down here, and we're not in a level. We're not trading into a level. Into a level would mean we're trying to take target within a level. We're not doing that. So we're going to sell here. Again, we want to risk $150 on MNQ, which is going to be represented by $1,500 on the NASDAQ because it's 10 times the size. Our target is going to be down here. This is going to be a 4.4R trade. Our break even is going to be in the same spot as our first trade. Let's turn that off. Okay, so we just hit our break even point. We're going to go break even. This is now going to be a risk-free trade to make a 4R setup on this. And we got it. Cool. All right. So now we're going to fast forward a bit. Actually we're not going to fast forward a bit. We just hit our low volume node level. So did we create an imbalance into the level? Yeah, we have one here. Do we have one do we have a lower one on a different time frame? Looks like no, we don't. We have this 3-minute. Let's go forward one candle. We don't have more volume and we just hit our break even. So we can't really take that trade. Can't on this candle. If we go back one candle in the 2-minute, we inverse the imbalance here, but we don't have more volume. If we go to the 1-minute, we haven't inversed yet. We just inversed. We do have more volume. So actually, let's try taking this. I didn't take this my own replay mode when I was doing it before. Our stop loss is going to be, if we're looking at the imbalance, we can see there's 3 candles within it. So I want to find the furthest candle in it, and then just go a few points below it. We want to risk about 150. We're kind of off a little bit just because of the way it's set up, but that's okay. Let's turn our session volume profile on, so we can find where our break even is going to be. Oops, let's move that out of the way. Now we can only trade up into it. So this is a 1.3R trade. Our break even is going to be in the same spot yet again. Let's see what happens. Almost tagged it there. We did just tag it there. We're going to go break even on this. Our final target is going to be up to the level. So it hit our break even. Hit our break even again, drawdown. Would have stopped us out. So okay, so glad we got out of that following our rules. This is why following your rules is important. Because if you didn't move it to break even, you would have just taken a full-size loss there, which was not necessary. Your break-even model told you this is the spot where price is going to turn around. If it doesn't turn around, stay in the trade. If it does turn around, get out at break even. So we're just going to fast forward here, see if we can get up to one of these levels. All right, we created imbalance going up to this level yet again. You can see we've been rejecting off this level quite a bit. Overnight it worked as support mostly. New York session, it's definitely working as support. Resistance. It's working as resistance. So let's see if we can get a signal here. We got a 2-minute, we got a 1-minute, we got probably a 3-minute, we got a 5-minute. Now in my other videos, I was saying I'm taking the higher time frame, but I'm kind of seeing here the key is to inverse the furthest one on the lowest time frame with volume. If you get that, you should be good to go. So we inversed with a lot of volume, real lot of volume. Let's turn our session volume profile on so we can try to find where our uh, break-even model is going to be and where our target's going to be, although we don't need session volume profile for that. So if our entry is going to be there, our stop's just going to be, because it's really only one candle body in the imbalance, we're just going to use this high and just go a few points beyond. We can see that if we spread this out to 2R, the highest volume area is going to be basically the same spot it's been all session. If we set our target at 2R, we then want to find the nearest swing point at or beyond. So that would be just about there. So it's going to be about 2.5R trade. So let's get into this position. We're going to do, looks like 4 contracts to get us up to as close to 1500 as possible. See what happens. So again, entry model. Imbalance going into a level. We got the imbalance right here going into a level. We inversed with volume, as we can see down here. Break-even model. We found the highest volume area within our entry and our target. Our target is going to be the nearest swing at or beyond 2R. If we look at 2R, it's right about here. The next nearest spot at or beyond would be down here. You may say, well, there's a level right here. Yep, but it's within 2R. We want minimum 2R on these trades. So I actually need to come up a little bit right about there. And now we just let it go. Let's see what happens. All right, we're going to go, wow, that was really close to hitting the target there. We're going to go break even here. Oh man, we not going to get it? I mean, it's either nothing or all. It's not like we're going to lose money on this at this point. Wow, really toying with your emotions. All right, cool. So it ended up hitting it. Wow, that was really close on the first little wick. That would have been, if I saw that in real time, I would have gotten scared and probably closed slightly in profit here, just because we got so close and rejected. I just don't have the balls for it. Let's be real. All right. So we have 4 trades. This is just a really unusual day. You don't usually get this, but you can see how we took advantage of the overnight level. We took advantage of the low volume nodes from the New York session. This is where I stopped before I took a video, so let's keep going, see if we get something else. Creating imbalance going into our level. Let's see here. Looks like I might have gone too far. So these levels are supposed to be, oh, I didn't have the box checked. Well, that's awkward. Well, looks like that's working, so maybe I'm onto something here. This one's really small, so I'm not a huge fan of that. Let's go to 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, no. So if anything, I don't like this little sliver. I don't think it's even a point. Yeah, it's not even a point. That one's 3 points, so I'd want to use this one. That's got to at least be a few points here. So if we inverse this with volume, that would hit our entry model. And we don't get that. We made a new high. Let's see if there's a higher time frame now. Imbalance, no. All right, looks like I skipped too far. This is right on the edge of the imbalance. Let's go ahead and try taking this if we have a suitable break-even point. So I just go a few points above this one because it's only this one candle that's within the imbalance we're inversing. So this is what my stop loss will be based off of. 2R would be right about here. Let's turn the session volume profile on. Fine, of course, it's ends up being in the same spot. Kind of funny. It's the same break-even point the entire day. That's really odd. But our target is going to be down here, at or beyond 2R. It's going to be there. So let's sell. Stop loss 210. We want to risk about 1,500. Again, that's representing $1,500 or $150 on the MNQ. Let's see what happens. Got really close to our break even there. That just tagged it. So we're going to go break even. Risk-free trade. Come on, there we go. And we got it. All right, wow. I was not actually really expecting that. I would have told myself not to take this trade in real life, in real time, because it didn't make a new high. But you would have missed out on another winning trade. So that's actually pretty nuts. So yeah, so that's really cool. It's fun. You get the best of both worlds. You got an extra trade here using the Asia low, and you got a trade at the low volume node. You got a trade off of this low volume node. Didn't hit target, broke even. You can see the break even worked perfectly there. We then got another short off of the low volume node from the prior New York session. And then again, we got another short off that same low volume node. That provided 1, 2, 3 trades for us, all winners. Let's see, we can keep going. Let's see if we get, I mean, wouldn't be trading at all at this point. Just curious if it goes. No, it doesn't. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to stop this video in just a second. What we're going to do is we're just going to set it up for the next day. So what I would do is I'd go to maybe like the 5-minute. I would then put the session volume profile on. All I'm looking at is at these purple lines, and then from these purple lines, where are the low volume, where are the nearest low volume nodes? The nearest one is going to be right here. So I'm looking at that level. If I'm going to trade overnight, it's going to be based off that level there. And then if I look down at this value area low here, there isn't a clearly defined low volume node. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep using this low volume node until I have another established one. Let's go to the 5-minute and actually see real quick. Do we get a trade from either of these levels? Didn't quite tag at that time. Oops. Here we go. So there's that one there. I'd be snoozing at this time, so I wouldn't even be trading, but let's see if we end up getting a setup. 1 minute, we got a little tiny sliver of a low volume imbalance there. Not going to take that. We had one here, inversed it. No, we did not inverse it. Never mind. Let's check the 2-minute. 2-minute, this did not have enough volume. That one did not have enough volume. Let's check the 3-minute. 3-minute inverse, but didn't have enough volume. 5-minute, didn't even have one. So let's go back to the 3-minute here. 2-minute. 1 minute. Maybe if we inverse this one here, I'd be interested. If it has volume. Does not have volume, so we're not taking that. So yeah, we're just going to stop that video because I could keep going on and on and on, and this video is already almost 20 minutes. So that is what I'm looking at. Key levels. The New York low volume node. Now let me go back. Where did my, I had texts. That's weird. My text is just gone. All right, cool, I guess. Oh, here it is. So there's the entry model, imbalance into a level. What are the levels? Levels are going to be the New York low volume node at beyond the VAH and VAL being the value area high and low. And then we also got the overnight high low. We got the Asia high low, and we got the London high low. So if you're interested in taking these trades, take a screenshot of this or write it down. You got the levels you're looking for, you're getting your entry model you're looking for, you got your break-even model, and you got your target. So I hope that helps you guys.